$200.
Sort of like.
I think so.
Can collect 200 doll hairs.
Have you ever seen a doll threaded with hair? It's unsettling.
Dude, you should really... They have videos of that on TikTok. I actually watched somebody make a wig out of, like a full-size wig, out of yarn, and then it ended up looking like hair.
That's horrifying.
Well, it's because it's acrylic.
It's also impressive.
They're often the same thing. So, last week, our band of adventurers...
Yeah, because we're not miscreants yet.
Correct.
Yet.
We're setting the bar real low. Last session, our people stuck in the north are currently in the process of feeling out different locations to see if any of them would make an adequate settlement for the kitsune which have been displaced from their home, which has been named...
Frostbite.
No.
Oh.
On your map, it is either number one or...
Goblock. Oh, Ember Hill. Arsk.
Arsk is the Dwarven settlement. They are from Ember Hill. And it's
Good.
called Ember Hill because of the foxfire wood that grows on the hill.
Gotcha.
Would you say that
I might need a picture of that because I'm terrible at keeping notes. No, I did the entire thing on my computer, so I should have it. We are trained professionals here.
All over the place.
We're getting paid for this?
No.
Would you say that the north is stark?
I hate you. It is a very... Yes. It's stark. You win.
Do we need to be prepared? Winter is coming.
Not Tony Stark.
So last session, they hit a baby.
I am Iron Man.
Yes, they
We
hit a
didn't
baby.
know it was a
And they
baby.
shot a baby.
We didn't know it was a baby.
It came at us first.
And we'll pick up with the Mama Yeti escaping with the goat under one arm and the child under the other.
Have fun storming the castle.
Distant war. You are a day's travel away from the encampment. Which you made
might
into
wanna
2
write
days because you guys
Yeti
get
on
lost.
your map. That's a character statement. That way.
Why would I write Yeti on my map?
So we know where the Yeti came from.
So the X is you are here?
Yes,
And
presently.
That's where the Yeti was?
I am not updating that map for you. You are in charge of that map.
But the Yeti was where we are at
Yes.
currently. Was it like around these bulbs?
That is a lake.
Oh, okay. So it was more up this way.
It came from the other side, from that plains area near the
I
forest.
really
to the
love
north.
that you are holding this map in like the one spot where the camera
Yeah.
can't see it.
Alright. So, the Yeti came from the north over the lake. See the X? The Yeti came from the north.
Can we put that map up here
I mean, not right now.
at some point?
Yes.
Okay. Whenever I'm given more than 30 seconds to get ready.
I'm not trying to bash anybody. I was just making a suggestion that would be helpful for people to see where we're at.
I like to think of these initial sessions as like a let's get to know the characters, let's feel out the environment a little bit.
Of course.
So this is just prelude. What's the
Prelude.
Preface?
preface? It's the preface to the real story.
Okay.
Okay, so how do we feel about bringing people to live near Yetis?
I'd say it's not ideal.
Do you think Yetis live in caves?
There's a good shot.
So, like, are we just gonna have to suck it up and, like, ask the dwarves nicely? Or do you think it's still worth going back, telling them this was no good, and going and seeing the other caves?
I was gonna say, what are our other options? Our other option
Is the dwarves
It's the dwarves or the caves.
or the caves?
And the caves are in the mountain region on your map.
Right, right.
But what if they dug too deep? The dwarves. I mean,
Well, the only dwarvish encampment is notated. The rest of the mountains are pretty much untouched by dwarves.
well, yeah, but like there could be Balrogs. Do Balrogs exist? Let's see. How did my
You've never encountered a
sleeves
Balrog.
get uneven? My sleeves were uneven.
It's fine.
So I don't know what a Balrog is.
You have no idea. Are you proficient with religion?
No.
Okay.
Anastasia. Hello, Anastasia. Wants to know if the dwarves call it a mine.
Right now they just have an encampment, as far as anyone is aware. Presently. They just moved out and made the camp no later than 5 years ago. It's a fresh, green little camp.
Alright, well, either way, we have to go back to...
Kiyoshi.
Yes.
No, Miyako, you're Kiyoshi.
Oh, yes.
So, okay.
Kiyoshi's a
I see
warlock.
now.
Not much different than a priestess, but, you know,
They're basically the same in this particular setting.
less concerned with adoration and more concerned with the power that can be given to me to avenge my people.
What were you saying?
Sorry.
I was just trying to get an idea of what the map is showing. So, one is where we were.
That is where the
Or that's where they were from.
Kitsune's original settlement was.
And 2 is just where we...
That is the only other settlement that you are aware of presently in the local region. And you help locate the dwarves in their small encampment. You haven't seen them in a long time. They're very standoffish.
Gotcha.
I think I'm just going to start calling you character Dora.
Because you're the map, you're the map, you're the map.
Yeah.
I'm not the map.
Anastasia, I enjoy it. Sometimes it actually really helps keep things moving along, having the chat going.
Yeah, no, thank you for joining.
Yes. And we moved the camera this week, so we actually don't have to go like this to look at the camera. I'm very happy about that. I figured it out.
I didn't have to go like that to look at the camera.
You just didn't look at the camera.
Precisely.
So,
All right.
what are you two talking about?
So we need to go back to Miyako. Miyako.
Miyako.
Miyagi.
She didn't teach me to wax on and wax off.
Yeah, that's a very different Kitsune.
Yeah. I start walking the direction I think that the camp is in.
It is the end of the second day.
Okay.
It is dusk, and I believe someone is like bleeding internally from around trying to relocate some of the bugbear's organs.
Just a smidge.
It does look panoramic.
And you're hit in the head by
Breaks the illusion.
a rock.
Alright. We'll make camp and then go back to camp.
Alright, who's taking first watch, who's taking second, and that stuff.
I think I need a
yeah.
short rest at least.
I will keep watch first.
Alright. Can...
Would it be worth it to use the healing potion, or should I save that?
You should save that. We're taking a long rest.
Okay.
Caleb wouldn't be so mean as in our second session to hit us with a combat that interrupts our long rest.
So out of the snow comes this purple worm. I'm kidding. So...
I like how you just left the cabinet open behind you.
No, you... Click. So...
Would you like me to roll a perception check?
Are you doing anything besides just keeping vigilant watch? Are you exploring the countryside? Are you trying to learn anything? Or are you just keeping watch?
I am keeping watch.
Okay. Give me just a flat perception check.
Because I know that my friend needs me to pay attention so that his rest is not interrupted. Ooh. I had to remember what my bonuses were because they're very different.
And it's not +2. So you were saying?
18.
As you're just being vigilant, making sure that the Yeti isn't coming over the ridge to... What's
to
going
see
on?
it click. It makes me happy. The click is catching on other places.
Yes! Sorry, I love the stupid click. I need my clicker. Anyway. While keeping an eye out on different things, you do see a Armadillo Bear. It's this cute little tiny 2-foot long from head to tail bear with the shell of an armadillo on its back. And you can tell that what it is at the distance that it's at right now. He's a good 50 feet off. Because he goes into a ball and rolls down the hill. And then he unfolds abruptly, lands near the water, and starts drinking it. So,
I would like to
are you
make...
proficient with nature?
Does Arcana count?
No. Okay. So you see this lovely little creature just drinking up some of the
Water.
hot spring water. Because it's melted. It's below freezing. You guys have set up a nice warm encampment. But the hot springs have a measure of free-flowing water, which is really rare in these parts.
Can I make tea using the hot spring water without...
Easily.
Okay.
So you enjoy tea during the night?
No, I just wanted to know. I want to watch the armadillo. Does it do anything interesting? Can I get a little closer? I would like to make a stealth check to get a little closer to the armadillo.
Go ahead. Armadillo Bear.
Nope. That's a 1.
You...
I mean, I do have a +1 to dexterity, so I guess it's a 2.
So, you're like, oh, that's adorable. You take one step, and the snow has apparently slightly melted and refroze, creating that nice layer of ice on top that snaps with the first footstep. The Armadillo Bear takes a jump back, sees you, and then goes scurrying off.
I heard breathing noises!
You're fine, Goblin.
Everyone's alive. That's all that means.
So...
I dejectedly go back. Well, I would like to get a little bit of the hot water, and then I would like to use my herbal kit to make a nice, soothing but not sleepy tea.
Oh, okay. It is nice and refreshing, and the rest of your shift goes by
I
uneventfully.
also make a second cup that I rest near the fire to make sure it stays warm right at the end of my shift of coffee, but like the herbal version of coffee, so that...
And by the way, can you both consume a day's rations? What are you guys currently at after that? Because I'm actually
I'm
keeping
at
track of
one
that
day.
nonsense.
One day more.
During the next day, you can scavenge.
I thought we did that yesterday.
Yeah, but
No, she failed yesterday. She attempted yesterday.
at least I tried.
So you're down to 1 day as well?
Yeah.
High class. So...
I will tell him you said hi after the game, but I'm not calling him back. We'll never get rid of him. Yes, I did get 4 eggs, but they were tiny eggs.
Enough to make French toast with dinner. So, You get woken up. And your shift goes by uneventfully as
He didn't even have to roll?
yeah. I forgot to make him roll. But yeah, nothing happens during your shift.
Yay.
I rolled randomly.
Where am
You
I
were the
keeping
random
track of
encounter.
my spell slots?
And you got the Armadillo Bear, so lucky you.
There.
So do we have a full health?
You
Back
are
up
back
to
to
full
full
health.
I need a coin.
Yay.
Mine-
It's for my spell slot.
Oh, that's depressing. Yes, spell slot, no spell slot.
Yep.
Or Alexa, their one spell slot is really depressing. So,
But I have Eldritch Blast and Poison Spray.
you have bees, lots of bees.
Bees, lots of bees, lots of bees, lots of bees.
So, next morning, you guys wake up and you begin heading back towards the encampment of. What are you?
Kitsune?
Kitsune.
That churro eat your brain?
Your wife?
I am really
Not a
tired.
witch, I'm your wife!
It's been a long week, guys.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Don't do that. So, who is doing what on your way back?
I am just pestering Dora with lots of questions.
His
You
name is
really have to
Ludvar.
call me Dora.
Ludvar.
Can we not call me Dora?
Lodsvar. Ludsvar or Lodsvar?
Load.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Var.
I will look for food.
So you're doing the navigating.
How do you know which way's
At
north?
least we have a map. Can I give her the map to look at for reference?
Okay, to be fair, you did get that slot and you know where the encampment is. So it's a straight line. You don't have to navigate to get back. So you're looking for food. What are you doing?
I'm asking him lots of questions.
Like what?
Do bugbears have large families?
Guess it depends on what you consider a family.
That could be either really sweet or really depressing.
I mean, there were 4 pups in my litter. My mom had like 3 of them. Most of them are dead now.
And you're the one that survived.
Not the only one. Shin's from a later one. Just adopted him.
Shin's your sibling?
Yeah, I just decided.
It's canon.
It's canon now.
Oh.
Making that note.
I decided to just really embrace Shin's personality half as my own as well. What do you like to eat?
Not too picky.
Give me 2 checks. 1, give me a wisdom survival check to see if you find food.
I did not know that about the 2 types of kitsune. Nastasia.
13.
I think I'd be the Zenko one.
The food here is actually really sparse. You don't find anything today as you migrate eastward. But it doesn't mean that food isn't coming your way eventually. And you're going back to the encampment, and hopefully some of the other hunters will have found food. But you also found nothing.
Where are you from?
Your second roll, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Against being annoyed at me? Is that what you're doing? Well, that was a much better roll.
So do I add?
Add your wisdom modifier, and if you're proficient with wisdom saves, you would add that.
So 20.
You apparently must have had some sibling or some family member that was like this person. Or maybe you're just really tired of isolation and are thankful for having a voice.
Good at toning it out.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Kyoshi's delightful.
being deaf at will is a very useful trait. Oh, with Klaus, I would kill for that one.
You do have those spiffy earplugs.
They only help so much.
I mean, he is loud.
He is very loud.
It's a superpower.
So what are 3 things that she learns about you, Bugbear's family, or anything you want to share? 3 things.
I mean, I would think with the bugbears, there's your family, and then there's the larger community, I guess, that you would live in, and you kind of work together. So it's more of a bigger family, I guess.
So it's closer
in
to
a sense.
like a clan.
Kind of like a mafia.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Precisely.
Bugbear Mafia.
I hope you really like this creative world building together, that I keep making these monumental changes to your world without your permission.
I don't know, it's totally fine. It all is a dumpster fire anyway. So that's 1. 2 more.
You said, what do I like to eat? I'm not super picky. I've learned to adapt my taste to whatever is available at the time.
Would you ever eat pine cone?
I can't say that I've ever needed to do that. It's not really a thing I would look at as a form of sustenance.
Did you know you can eat pine cones? Baby pine cones?
I'll have to take your word for it.
It's true. Look it up. You can eat pine cones. But they have to be green still.
Last thing.
Did you have any other questions?
I asked where you were from.
Where am I from? That I'm not sure.
Do you not remember? Do you have amnesia? I've never met someone with amnesia. How do you remember you're part of a mafia, but not where it's from?
Will it limit the amount of questions that you're going to ask me?
Yes.
Then yes, I have amnesia.
Is that true?
No.
Give me a deception roll.
Deception.
Do I roll insight?
With disadvantage because you want it to be true.
I don't need disadvantage.
Jeez.
It's a 3.
I rolled a 5.
So it's a bad lie. Oh my gosh. There you go. You win. There's your inspiration token.
Thanks.
Protagonist amnesia.
I didn't want to lie to her, but I felt like it would help me in the current situation.
That's brilliant. The day's travel go, and now I know why you couldn't catch anything. Or find anything. Because I imagine you like trying to pull up a shot. It's perfectly light up. It's like, so I have a question about the arrow goes that way.
I'll get it. Then crash through the underbrush to find his arrow, scaring off anything else.
I just showed my mom a video of Ron Swanson because she'd never seen it before, and there was this clip from when Ron was at the reception desk and the lady was trying to talk to him and he was just spinning around in his chair. She's like, "Sir, are you listening to me?" She's just doing laps around.
I've seen that.
She's like, "Oh, leave me alone."
Oh, the fact that you're modeling this character to Ron Swanson is the best. So you make your way back into the encampment. They are managing. A lot of them are cold. This is not meant to be a permanent settlement at all, and they're clearly eating through their rations. But they still have enough wares for another week or so.
I'd like to go check on Shin and the bees.
Okay. Shin is not by the bees presently, but the bees are healthy and fine.
I half expected to come over and find Shin like reading a book to them. I could see him doing that.
But right now, you don't know where Shin is.
Can I hear him?
Not presently.
Oh, that's worrisome. I would like to look for him.
Give me a survival check. Or perception. Investigation. Any one of the three. You don't find him.
Okay.
What do you do?
I will go to Miyagi and
No.
let her
Try again.
let her know. Miyako.
No.
Let her know about the situation over at the hot springs and
So you go over to her and she's playing a game of what's the 5x5 square game? The cards are randomized. I had the kids download the app for it.
code names.
Oh,
Or not.
not
Origami.
Orakai.
Oregon Trail.
No,
No,
it's a
it's-
5x5 little perfect knowledge, kind of a chess game. It's just 5 pieces both sides.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Hi there. Oh, bugger. They're playing a simple little game. though.
Omitami.
Onitama.
Onitami.
Onitamo? Or it's Oni something. It's a lovely little game, but she is in the middle of one with one of her elder peers. Oh my gosh. He's on a very different adventure. But she sees you and goes, "Oh, welcome back. Do you have good news at the hot springs?"
Well, how do you...
You're not there. You're looking
Why wouldn't
for
I go
Shin.
with him to talk to her?
You went looking at bees.
But I figured we would do this together.
Clearly, someone is on task. The other person has ADHD. So, does... Lodsvar reply with.
Well, it seems that the hot springs have quite an abundance in traffic. A lot of people visiting for to get water, and a lot of people traveling past there. We had a run-in with a Yeti, so I'm thinking it may be best to look elsewhere for a more secure place to hold up.
Well, right now we're comfortable. We have enough rations for a little while. Hopefully we'll find something a little bit more permanent soon. Your help with teaching our people how to hunt and scavenge has been incredibly helpful. So we can manage for a time. Where are you planning on going to next?
I believe we were going to head to the dwarven cave settlement. Yes. We're gonna try to see if we can come up with a reasonable understanding of, their boundaries, and hopefully we can try to work with them and see if we can make settlement over there.
Okay.
And hopefully form a relationship with them without encroaching too much on their current residence.
Now that's a bit of a hike. I imagine you'll need a fair amount of provisions. Please take what you need, and we will make do here.
Thank you.
She then curses as her opponent moves a piece. And she realizes she just lost the game. Miyako was clearly distracted.
I know the feeling.
What do you do while you go looking for Kiyoshi and realize that she is not where she said that she was going to be, which is near the bees? The bees seem healthy. But neither she nor the bees keepers are there.
I guess I'll go talk with the hunter-gatherers and see how they're doing.
All right.
With hunting and gathering, and try to figure out what would be okay to take with us.
Okay.
I don't want to take too much of what they have, but I also want to try to be prepared for our travels.
Sure. The person that you've been teaching a lot of the standard survival things to is Makoto. This male kitsune is close to middle-aged, late 30s, in kitsune years. So he's probably like 120-ish. But he has been trying to maintain the numbers and make sure that everyone is well fed, sheltered, and safe.
Gotcha.
Miyako seems to be the spirit of the kitsune. The Makoto is very much a pragmatist from your encounters with him. And whenever he sees you approach, you see that he's currently trying to pack a chest with snow to preserve some meats that have recently been caught. And he goes, Rodzvar, welcome back. Do we have good news, or still looking?
We're still looking. We want to try to weigh all of the options and find the safest place for you guys to hold up with the best kind of balance of resources and
There is a sudden as Shen comes bursting out of one of the barrels.
Oh,
and he goes, I want this fish! And Makoto goes, get out of the barrels! What are you doing? Shouldn't you be taking care of the bees or something? Stupid boy, go that way. And he comes tumbling out of the barrel and scurrying off.
Oh my.
Shen then sees you.
Is he wet?
No, he's covered in snow.
Okay.
But Shen sees you and goes, oh, is Kiyoshi back?
Yeah, she was actually looking for you.
I'm not done with my chores! He runs off. Give me a perception check.
What lovely number. 20. A dirty 20.
You hear a low-key panic in the distance, which you always associate with Shin.
I love Panic at the Distance.
So you can easily...
Without meaning to, I managed to line up the door with the door jamb. So the door jamb's on your camera, but the door's on ours.
Oh, that's cool!
Click.
When you go click, we've really hit the... But Makoto goes, yes, I'm sorry to hear that things aren't working out well. So what exactly will you be needing, do you think? How far away is where you're going, and how much provisions will you need? While you're doing some math...
So where is it that we are heading? Are we heading...
You're heading to... 2.
Oh, we're heading to 2.
What did it do to Giant today to make
Gotcha.
it? Wait, I thought we weren't. I thought the. I thought the dwarves were our last option.
You're not there. However, Shin does come running past you, completely oblivious that you were right there. And he goes, I'm late, I'm late. He doesn't say I'm late.
I would like to grab him by the collar.
Oh,
Bye, Anastasia. Have a good night.
have a good one.
Bye.
Hi, Kiyoshi. Sis.
Hi. Why are you panicking?
I don't know.
You want to try that again?
I haven't cleaned out the beehive today.
Well, looks like you did it yesterday at least.
Yeah.
Well, go get to it. We can talk when you're back.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
He scurries off.
What's the rigid line going around that?
Use the map key.
Is that a mountain? So that's like a cliff edge?
It's the foot of the mountains.
Okay.
I mean, that's not real clear.
So if what? Well, yeah, I probably could have done that, but so if we
You're not sure how deep the mountains go.
so we wouldn't be able to go this way and go.
No, you can
Through.
get into every square. Going through the mountains, though, is a lot longer.
Then
So
going.
we should climb
this way.
every mountain or jump.
Okay.
That is dated.
I would like to try to find
It's a lot of days.
Var.
It is. Find who?
Him.
Oh.
3.
It's actually... Give me a... you eventually find him.
12
You
days.
migrate around this small camp of a few hundred people, and eventually you see him hanging out with Makoto, the middle-aged kitsune who's kind of in charge of the logistics. He's a
So we have-
pragmatic individual.
Miyaki and Makoto. Miyako and Makoto.
Miyako Makoto, yes.
What's the little shin? Oh, shin.
Shen. What's a little shit stand?
I said shin.
What is the word I'm looking for? He's the
He's in charge of logistics.
logistics officer. Okay. So we off to the caves? I would like to enter the tent saying, are we off to the caves?
Looks like about a 12 days travel from here.
So we're talking a whole month? Cave? I thought the caves were like a 6-day trip.
The caves are at the mountain line, so anywhere on the mountain ridge, you can navigate those looking for caves.
Right.
You can even look for caves while traversing that line all the way to the dwarven encampment.
I turned to Makoto. I'm like, if it takes us 24 days to get back, are you guys going to be okay waiting that long for an answer?
We're comfortable for 14. Will you guys be able to rush?
Do we have horses?
No, we don't have horses.
Do we have, like...
We have...
We almost had a
like,
goat.
Do we have skis? Can we, like... Isn't it faster on skis? Isn't that a thing? Someone tell me. Is that a thing? Is traveling by skis faster?
through a snow forest.
Depends on if you're like on a hill or...
Slope?
Yeah.
I mean, people do cross-country skiing. That's
Okay.
a thing.
Okay, so you guys can basically march overland. So you can move 2 squares a single day, but you risk becoming exhausted.
And then it takes us 2 days to recover. So if we're gonna march, we might as well drink and just take it all on. Is there like a town nearby that we could steal horses from?
Map.
When did we become bandits?
Look, they're Leonids. They don't deserve their horses.
They have giant saber-toothed tigers that they ride.
Okay,
That
well,
sounds
don't you have animals?
That sounds awesome.
Let's steal a tiger or two.
Where are the Leonins?
Ember Hill.
They're Ember Hill. I thought that was where the
We-
Kitsune were.
Were.
Oh,
They were pushed out by the
okay.
Leonid.
Okay. I'm putting it together slowly but surely.
This is why we have the prelude. Preface?
Either
This chapter.
Wow.
To kind of get used
the
to
introduction.
what's going on.
That's further away than. That's further away than the Dwarven.
We're not going to the
Mountains.
Dwarven. We're going to the caves.
Well, there's caves there, and then the dwarves are there.
So if the caves are good, are we cutting off any number of days coming to get back here?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we'll have to cross the river. I don't know.
Crossing the river's not going to be too hard.
Okay.
It's fall, winter, so crossing it's easy at this point.
So, I mean, that would give us
That's a good point, Kim.
1, 2, 3.
Seeing as it's a tundra, it's a desert.
So, I mean, 4 days to get to the ridge, or the foot of the mountain. And then we can start looking as we go around.
Are yetis and lots of animals really that bad? There's lots of food to hunt for. Makoto.
Can't say I've ever eaten a Yeti before, but...
I'm not saying eat the yeti, but there was that cute little armadillo thing.
If you think it's best, we could begin setting up our camp in the hot springs.
Asking for opinions. All I know is bees.
If
Bees swarm and land where they do, and sometimes it's great and sometimes it's horrible.
the dwarves were allies, that would solve a world of problems. But we won't know until you make contact. At the very least, checking out the mountains to see if we can find a spot halfway between everything.
So we have a minimum we'll be back in 8 days. If we can't find anything at that point, we'll, keep going around the ridge
And if you go around the ridge,
eventually make it to the dwarves. And they may even be able to help us get back quicker. They may have some resources.
Maybe they've got some goats.
how long should we wait? And is the hot springs even worth the time of day for us? Like if you guys were to die out in the wilderness, do we go to the hot springs?
It would be hard to defend, but there's plenty of hunting.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the two of us there when the Yeti came along, and it was only, I think it was only that the fact that we had done something to their child that they were defensive about it. So
we
I
did
mean,
back off once we patched the kid up.
right. So it's possible that you could coexist.
Can I make like a stroke of brilliance check? Like a best, like I don't.
Give me an intelligence check.
It's a straight intelligence check.
Yeah.
Ooh, 19.
You're pretty sure that the resources that the camp has presently, their current skills, they probably couldn't last 14 days out, 14 days back to get resettled.
Right.
So, if you guys were to travel to the mountains and back, they could either make it to the mountains or go to the hot springs at that point. Waiting until the dwarves might be too long, unless you guys actually push it. So at this point, if you want to get to something and back with information in an appropriate amount of time to resettle, it would either have to be the mountains easily, or you guys would have to really rush and go to the dwarves and back. But that would be a uncomfortable path.
With the history of what happened with the Leonids, I feel like I would be really wary of trying to trust anybody else. I would say either... I was trying to gain actually more insight on whether it would be safe enough for them to settle and kind of fortify at the hot springs while we do look at other options. Maybe not there permanently, but there's at least hunting and water. And they can start doing something, and if we don't find anything better, then...
Beginning to unpack would be the first step. And unpacking and then repacking would be detrimental. So it's better for them to wait until they have further information.
Well, if we brought back resources with us.
Oh, that would be a world of difference. So if you find resources out there, that would be stellar.
Right.
They were actually hoping they would come back with a big hunt, but that did not happen.
Yeah.
I mean, can we go do a hunt before we leave? Like, help them hunt down something?
That would be much appreciated. If you're willing to do that, that would definitely allow us to prolong our search.
You say?
Yeah.
Maybe we can take down a Papa Elk and elk.
Elephant?
Elk.
Elkifant?
Elk.
What is it, like a deer with the tusks?
I kept wanting to say elf.
A dire moose.
Yeah, maybe we could take down a dire moose.
Did you see the movie Antlers?
No.
The previews for that? Looks awesome. It's a scary movie.
So let's take
I
down
like spooky movies.
take down a Papa Elk,
Have you seen Ritual?
and then
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Alright.
so let's take down a Papa Elk, and then we can also maybe find a Mama Elk that we can like put some saddles on. And you're good with animals, right?
In a sense.
Can elks be ridden? Are elks mount material?
Elks could be turned into mounts.
Alright, let's go hunt some elks.
So
I turn
You
in.
want to go hunt.
Yes! I figure if we take the day, get some decent hunting in, maybe a little bit of foraging, find some like berries or something, and then they've got a little bit longer and we don't feel rushed to go like try to find and make nice with dwarves who want nothing to do with us.
Well, we don't know that, but it would be good to do a hunt and kind of help to give us some more time.
All right. Go ahead and both of you give me a wisdom survival check.
Can it be investigation?
Why?
Because I don't have survival, but I have investigation.
Why am I rolling?
Give me wisdom investigation.
Oh, that might not be if you needed it.
13.
You said wisdom investigation?
Yep.
19.
13. 19. Do, do, do. Just ignore the man behind the screen.
You don't have a screen.
Is the thing.
These are the days we've been waiting for.
So, you've been traveling in the north for a while. You're used to the various threats. You enter the woods because the amount of shelter provides is a great home for numerous creatures. And you point out something that he missed. You see a whole bunch of dead and partially devoured deer.
Is there any salvageable meat on the deer?
How did I
Are we
miss
hunting?
that?
Are we hunting by ourselves, or did we bring some?
I imagine you guys split up, always looking for food, and so both of you are getting familiar with each other. So you decided to go as a hunting party.
Do I have a horn to call people? Do we have a sled to pull meat back on?
You have a sled,
Okay.
sure.
This is a valid question.
So, the reason why you didn't see it and why you did is because there weren't footprints leading up to these dead creatures. They were hanging from the trees. And so you get these columns of vertebrae just kind of hanging and whistling.
Is there something about deer I should know?
As you look up, you also see that they are also
Oh
hanging
dear.
I would like
No
to
comment.
make an Arcana check.
Give me a intelligence check.
Isn't that how you check for if there are signs of magic having been used?
Oh, you're looking for magic. Go ahead and do that. There's no magic. You. What are you looking for?
Rude. There's a 17 altogether.
There's no magic.
I guess any claw marks in the on the trees or
Give me a wisdom or intelligence investigation. Or nature.
what is going on with these things?
Do you need a different set of dice?
I'm using a different set of dice. Maybe I should go back to my other ones. So intelligence. I don't know. What am I using? Nature's not very good.
Well, that's what you're stuck with.
So 6.
Cool. You haven't seen something quite like this. It looks like that the bones are just floating there in the trees. And as you guys are completely oblivious, can you guys roll initiative for me?
Rude.
You guys are surprised, so I'm going last.
I got a 19.
19.
It's so weird only having a +1 initiative. I never play non-dexterous
15.
characters.
Alright. Where is it? No, this is fine. As you're just completely bamboozled by these floating bones, what you didn't realize, crawling up your leg, is a swarm of crystalline spiders. There are a crap ton of them. And there is a pile for each of you. I have advantage. What is your armor class?
14.
Are you switching rooms in the house?
And I will be critting you.
Me or her?
I'm critting her.
Oh.
Rude.
You just take 8 points of damage.
Me?
Yep. As all these...
Here.
He took 8. You were crit.
I mean, I'm big dead.
$14, so you're definitely unconscious.
I mean, that was close to outright killing me. I only have 9 hit points.
You're alive. So, you know that the potion is easily accessible in her pocket.
I thought he had the potion.
I have
Oh, you have the potion. So that's a very easy, useful item that you have. Just saying. But, they go last. You go first. What would you like to do? Go ahead and make a death save. That's a success.
Congratulations.
And now it's your turn. Level 1, man. I'm sorry I sent bugs at you, and they're winning.
You'd think after the goat you would have learned.
So I have a jar of sap.
Okay, you're going to try...
Can I dump it on the spiders that are...
Go ahead, make an attack roll.
Okay.
And I imagine you're trying to light it on fire as well.
No, I'm more trying to, in a sense, grapple them, I guess.
To keep them kind of just stuck here and you can move away.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead
Does
and
that make sense?
make that roll. It is going to be hard since it's not meant for... Before you were okay. What did you get?
18. I don't know what I add to that. Is it an attack?
Yeah. It's a disadvantage because you're using basically a vial in melee though, so go ahead and roll again. Let's see if it works. Please keep that number. And it's a thrown thing, so Dex.
17.
17. Oh.
Plus 3. 20.
You coat everything around you in this thing, and it definitely slows them down. They are not happy being covered in sap. They
Yay.
immediately are like, why? Why are you this person? However, after you, it's their turn. They no longer have advantage on the attack roll.
Yay.
They miss.
What?
My computer's not remaining connected to power, and I don't understand why.
And your body gets dragged 10 feet to a tree by this group of spiders.
I clicked in over there correctly. It's the white charger.
This one?
Yeah.
And they seem to be laying some crystalline threads on you to kind of just preserve you a little bit.
It's hot. Should it be?
Yeah. I've been having trouble with it. I'll look at it later. I just want to make it stop binging. So do I need to...
Make another death save.
What do I add?
Nothing.
Okay, that's a fail.
It wasn't a 1.
Okay, I'm gonna use my healing potion now. Am I in range to do
Yeah,
that?
you guys are adjacent, I would imagine. So you pull out your healing potion, shove it down the warlock's throat. And you heal 2d4 plus 2.
I do?
Yay.
Yeah. Consciousness, it's great.
It's a 1.
That's a 3.
So 6.
So you wake up being dragged to a tree. You're not exactly grappled or even restrained. They seem to try to knock their prey unconscious and then just hang them upside down to either die or stay alive and fresh for a while. So, after dragging you and after trying to bite you, we go back to the top of initiative. Oh no, you just went. You just succeeded. You just went. Back to the spider's turn.
Mm-hmm.
The one group of spiders will continue trying to bite at you, now just very unpleasantly sticking to themselves. 14?
Do those stay?
They
It's
stay.
14.
Oh, they stay until... The death ones stay until you take a long or short rest.
Oh, okay.
That is a homebrew rule. Because normally they just go away, except that's stupid. So,
It makes sense. You were brought back or stabilized.
yeah.
So it makes sense for them to go away.
No.
Yeah, it does.
You have to rest first.
I disagree.
So, one of them attempted to bite you. One swarm is still trying to claw at you while covered in goop and are just very unhappy about everything. Does a 14 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! You guys haven't damaged these things at all. To be fair, there's like a lot of these baseball-sized spiders. Seven damage.
Well, I'm down.
And that was their turn.
Do you have any way of lighting the sap?
No?
You don't have like a fiery cantrip or something?
Actually,
Well, it's back to your turn. So,
I mean, I guess I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke on the swarm covered in sap.
read Hellish Rebuke.
You point your finger and the creature that damaged... Oh. I have to do it on the one that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Damaged you is momentarily surrounded by a hellish flame. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 20 d10 fire damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
2d10.
What did I say?
20.
Oh.
Slight difference.
That's a bit much.
What do? You wake up prone, being dragged to a chair. Tree.
How far did my sap get?
So, is that what I'm doing?
You covered one block of spiders. No, you can do whatever you wish to do on your turn. So what do you wish to do?
Well, will that catch anything else on fire?
Armor Bagathus, no. Is that what you were talking about? Hellish
Hellish
Rebuke?
Rebuke.
You have to be attacked first.
Yeah, but I was attacked. They attacked me.
You were surprised, and this is a reaction to being attacked that initial time. If you had remembered, I would have allowed you to use it. But you've been healed since then.
Okay. If I had remembered what?
If you had the spell.
What?
If you had remembered that you had this spell to use upon being damaged. Basically, it's whenever you're damaged, you can use this. It's a reaction. The trigger is getting damaged.
Oh, I thought I had to use it on the next turn.
No.
Okay.
If you spend your inspiration token, I'll let you use it now.
No. If it's not going to catch things on fire, then...
If you use it now, there's a possibility of it catching on fire, and it'll be lovely and dramatic. Using an inspiration token for this particular kind of moment is fun, and I like it. So if you want to use Hellish Rebuke, technically it's not how it's meant to be used, but that's okay. You have an inspiration token. Break the rules. And you see that the bugbear is unconscious.
I understand that. I'm going to... I don't know. I'm going to go over and use first aid kit on him.
Alright, you
To
get up,
stabilize him.
move over, and attempt to stabilize your poor companion. Give me a medicine check.
It's a 3.
Alright. It is now your turn, Howie. You're still dying. Give me a check.
14.
That is one success.
Okay.
It is now their turn. Yay! Your body stays where it is because the spiders are trying to clean themselves, trying to get rid of the goo first. They are really fast cleaners. They get a fair amount unstickified, so they'll be able to move next turn, but they're still sitting in this material this turn. The other swarm will attempt to bite you in the butt. They will not do that. You are now well aware of their presence, and it seems like they really were banking on having advantage in sneaking up on you. Now they're like, oh no! Get it fast! And now we go back to your turn.
So what, am I attacking the swarm if I cast something at them?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast my bees at them to, if it's force damage, do they get pushed back?
Force damage is just...
So it's crushing them?
Yeah, it's crushing them. It's more substantial than bludgeoning.
Okay. And do I roll anything?
Yeah. It's a spell attack.
Then...
It's
don't-
2 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So it's plus 6. So we put spell attack plus 6 here.
Okay, so I rolled a 17.
You definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And you don't add anything to this. It's just a...
D10.
Yep.
8.
You ruin half of them. Spiders go flying this way and that, like popcorn, slamming against trees. They die and crumple and their legs curl inward. You took out about half of the particular pile. That was on you or on this person?
I was trying to get them off of him. I thought I was being pulled away and they were a little further away from me.
Yeah, they were a little further. They closed the distance to try and bite at you. They failed miserably.
Okay.
After your turn, we move on to you again. Go ahead and give me one more death save.
No battery.
Low battery, the bane of existence.
11.
That's another success.
Yay. How exciting.
One more success and you can come back with 1 hit point and or D4 hit points in D4 turns. Huzzah. Now it's my turn to eat your face. Nom nom nom. So the ones that were trying to get away with a dead body will attempt to drag your body away. The ones that were on this person will continue trying to bite. What is her armor class? Does she have 12? That one will definitely hit then. Do do do. So, the ones that just got free of him, they don't have the full body mass to just carry him away anymore. So they seem to be trying to just retreat.
So is he safe?
He seems pretty safe right now. He still seems hurt and unconscious, but those spiders seem to be retreating. The ones that were on you actually made contact and bit you, dealing 4 points of
I'm
damage.
going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okie dokie.
So you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
9.
You have to beat my... what?
8 plus proficiency plus spellcasting ability modifier. So DC 14.
So you failed. Nine points of damage.
Alright. They are both half the size they once were.
Oh, and
They are very weak numbered at this point. Half of them are already fleeing. The remaining quarter of the spiders is just like, you're not sure what they're going to do. After your turn, what do you do?
wait,
Oh,
that's not my turn.
Oh, you're right. You still have movement and stuff.
No, this was a reaction.
You're right. You're right. It is now your turn.
I'm going to use. So there's still ones close to me, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use poison spray.
Okay. What does that do?
You have to succeed a Constitution saving throw or
That's
take 1d12.
Worse. 9.
6 points of poison damage.
You poison these spiders. You can see them writhing up, and they blister and boil, and some of their carapace is split. And they're dead. Very dead.
Lovely.
What
I
are
have
you
2
at?
successes.
Okay.
And it's your turn again. Give me a d20.
All right. 12.
Great. Roll a d4.
Yay.
You'll be waking up in
Low, low.
4.
4 turns. How many hit points will you have then? Roll another d4.
Roll high, roll high.
3.
3 hit points. Good job. Change your hit points now.
Mm-hmm.
You're not dying. Roll low, roll low, roll high, roll high. I like that. So now it's back to the spiders, and the last remaining spiders fail their moral check, and half the spiders flee into the bush.
I'm going to attack the other half with an Eldritch Blast.
They do provoke an attack of opportunity if you have a weapon out. Did you happen to have a weapon out? You'll Eldritch Blast on your turn, but did you get the attack of opportunity? Do you have a staff or something?
Yeah, I'm always carrying a staff.
Okay, whack them with a staff real fast as they retreat.
10?
No.
Okay.
Now Eldritch Blast.
14.
That will hit. As these spiders explode in the distance, as you deal
1 point of damage.
one spider goes poof! Ah! That is the end of combat. You wake up with your hit points,
It is 7:20.
Yay.
and you have killed a stupid amount of spiders.
Are they edible?
They are edible.
I
And
will.
they're like baseball and softball. They're softball sized.
I will help you load them up on the sleigh. I know.
Is the deer meat still good too?
Give me a survival wisdom check. The DC is 10.
11.
That's enough. You find the deer meat's crap, but you do find effectively a hanging freezer of fresh meat that these spiders have killed. And so you can accumulate some of those deer, which is a lot more fresh,
Yeah.
like they were planning to hang you two up as. You actually have to finish killing a few of them. But it's plenty of fresh meat that'll give you enough time to go to the dwarves if you want to go there first and come back without too much difficulty.
Well, does it really make sense to go? Don't we have to go through the caves to get to the dwarves?
Yeah, but they might also have information about the caves.
The mountain range is long and wide.
Dwarves lie.
But thank you for watching our show. It's a hot mess, but I hope you're enjoying it. Any comments? Announcements?
Watch on Friday. Buy a shirt.
Yay.
Or no.
Enjoy the trauma.
Thank you for watching. See you guys later.